the Jeasthenics YouTube channel. I'm here to do some magic. Today, the day is bright and early. A little bit of stretches, because why not? Uh, so, we stretch. We're going for a run, so we need our body warmed up to start with the hips and part of the hamstrings, because we don't want those feeling us. You know those things you have where you get stuck a bit in your body. It's not flowing as it should. It's because of lack of stretching. So just a little bit of stretch can do a lot. So imagine we do so much stretch, at least not so much, just moderate stretches. Then we go deep squats, slow control to help our knees. This one we're doing knee focused deep squats. Oh, yep. Let me go sideways so that you see knee focused to help the knees. That's my focus right now. So back up. So up, hip flexors, hip flexors. So yeah, guys, we're good to go. So welcome again to the 10K a day and setting up the watch. We have this. We click on run. No, I clicked on wrong one. So the run, we're going for outdoor run. 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. So hello everyone. Welcome to the Jeasthenics YouTube channel. And this is the legendary 10K a day with Jeasthenics. Yeah. So I guess the watch is to be tracking. Yep, it's tracking. And let's go. Yeah. Today feels so sweet. All the records are gonna be broken today. So stay tuned as we smash them all. So hello everyone. How we all doing? Now, while we are joining us from, just drop it in the chat. I'm here running live from Nigeria. So where we are joining from, drop in the chat. Once we reach 1 kilometer, we begin in earnest. Yeah. So you know how it is. 1 kilometer, 1 to 2 kilometers. That's one more point. But then the body is well warmed up. I think it's even because of the area. Because of the temperature of my area. It's around 20 degrees thereabouts. Morning. Yeah. So oh my ankle joints are giving me some things that I don't like. So let's get them moving, guys. But regardless, we move. So this is 0.27. Yeah. So once again, this is the Jeasthenics YouTube channel where we talk about all things fitness, and this live 10K a day with the Jeasthenics community is one way we get to explore fitness on deeper levels. Yeah. So first off, well, let me do this first. During the live, you get to run along with us. If you're a runner, or if you want to get into running, so if you want to join the community, we are here by 6:30 a.m. West African time. God will say UTC +1. We are here, getting that running. See, see the sun. It's beautiful. Today we got up about almost 15 minutes late today. That's around 6:45. So that's why the sun is already shining on us. For the bright side, pun intended, that's some vitamin D. And then also, it's good for the camera view. I think I'll pass this place when in the run. Because the view is, yeah, how are you? Yeah, because the view is amazing. So yeah, guys, we're almost there. Whew, my joints are making sounds that it shouldn't be. Seems I didn't warm up properly. Guys, warm up is key. But anyhow, I warm it up doing the run because I can. Don't try this at all. So, almost at 1 kilometer. Where it gets, where the ball gets rolling. So stay tuned. Yeah. So the next part of this run you have to know is if you are not a runner and you just need the time to get in, Saturday exercise with the community, or you need motivation input, here on Saturday, same time, we during the run, you can also get down your exercise and begin. The run takes about an hour. In the highest we had was 2 hours because we hit 21K that day. Yeah, we hit 21K that day. So it was quite amazing. So, but normally it's around an hour. So if that's something that resonates with you, join up, do your exercise during that time. And one final thing that I say is that even if you're not doing any exercise, you just want to watch people responding, people doing exercise, still tuning in the morning. Yeah, I agree with you. So one thing that helped me in my starting nowadays was the fact that even when I'm not um, I'm not working out. You know how I mentioned that I started with uh, the golden era gym people. Those are the people I was feasting on learning from. Yeah. So starting with them, I was feasting on their videos, and by the time you're seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger or Lee Priest or Ronnie Coleman or so many of them, Dorian Yates and the likes, doing doing stuff. Let's say working their biceps. You also feel it, or rather, I also feel it in my biceps. So, guys, we just crossed 1 kilometer. We're almost there. So, the warm up is coming. We're getting warmed up. This view is amazing, literally. Just look at that. Like rain fell last night. If I go through yesterday, if that's correct. So, see, water everywhere. But then it becomes beautiful to watch from afar. To watch from afar. So yeah, so watching exercise is being carried out triggers your mindset. Probably, maybe with time, I'll study the neuroscience behind it because I've begun watching this person, M on the brain, some could know as Planet M. Now the neuroscientist, the most followed neuroscientist. So lately, I've begun to learn a lot that I've been doing from the neuroscience point of view. And it really seemed pretty amazing because that way you can actually give others the blueprint. I feel it's an easier way to translate the blueprint to others especially with the way she explains it for easy understanding. So yeah, maybe we can get into that. But for now, you need to know that I'll say the general idea behind it is putting yourself in an environment where the people there are doing the thing you want to do. So if you're not doing anything, yeah, if you're not doing anything, you, you do up. I want to drop the question. Um, so this is: do you believe? I'm typing a question in. Do you believe sleep is essential? Yeah. So I just ask a question. So if you don't have an answer, so you just drop in the chats. I don't know whether it's me. I can't see the live chats on my end, or maybe there are no live chats. I don't know. If you're here on the call, just drop a chat. Then still can't see. Let me do something. Oh, still can't see. So yeah. Oh, let's see how it goes. So we have that ongoing. Morning, morning, brother. Yeah, good morning. So guys, we're heading to 2 kilometers. Yeah. So I was saying, watching other people walk out, it does something to your brain. Morning, there's something inside you that pushes you to exercise. Sometimes I joke with my guys that I get my workout in by watching the great workout. Like when they're doing ab workouts, let's say for the obliques now, as they're doing it, I'm feeling the contraction of my hip. It's always beautiful. So yeah, then the next category of people that this is meant for. So far, let's say 3 people. Morning, all the people, at least 3 people. The first one was people that like running or want to start running and have a community. Number two, people that are not are not running or doing anything at all. Then three, people that are so busy throughout the week, from office workers to factory workers and the likes, entrepreneurs, business owners, all that. So people that are busy throughout the week. So throughout that week, they might have had a really sedentary lifestyle. Yeah. So that's where the 10K day comes in for them to use, join us, and have that chance to move at least if you're running with us, or even it's just a walk you're taking, if you can eat so much in an hour, so much distance. I'm acting tired because I'm in the sloppy area. To be tired, Joshua. Let's go. So, yeah, I'm acting number 7. Morning. So, yeah, so those are the 3 categories of people. And having said that, with 2 kilometers, whoo, I told you guys, it's getting easy. It's so easy. 8 more kilometers to go. 8 more kilometers to go. Less than it, actually. So, as I was saying, now this 10K run is a day where you get to move easier with sedentary throughout your week. You just pick up your top, if your shorts, trousers, whatever works for you. Pick up your shoes, sneakers, Crocs, palm slippers, whatever it may be, and get out of your house and move. One thing it does is you get to at least getting a day of exercise. Now, it's not entirely ideal to just have one day of exercise throughout your week, but I'll say it's better than nothing. I'll say it's better than nothing. At least you get to move. One thing that does is once you start seeing the benefits of it, your body starts liking it more and giving you more opportunities to get that feeling. You understand? Ooh, my right ankle is really trying to act up, but it's healed right now. Here, guys. You see, that's the benefit of warming up adequately. Yeah. But regardless, we go 10 kilometers, we come. Ooh. So, yeah, guys. So, that's it about the profile of people who work with here in on the 10K day, or I would like to call it the award winning 10K day with the Jeasthenics YouTube channel. Yeah. So, share to your friends if you haven't already. Morning. Morning. Morning, sir. Yeah. Morning. So share it with your friends if you haven't already. Let them join you and experience this goodness with us. Then, for the last thing about this legendary 10K day, morning, the last thing about it, I want you to know that this is the time when we get to go in depth in fitness, health, diet, all those stuff. So, we'll go even more in depth here. For now, thank you for the channel. This is the time of interaction where your questions bring about things that can really help others, or most importantly, even help you, because I'll say you're the first recipient of the question to an extent. And at the end of the day, why asking yours? Someone else get blessed. Yeah. For lack of other words, someone else gets blessed in your questions. Yeah. So that's it. So yeah. Let's go, guys. Okay, so any questions you have, drop in the live chat. And we're gonna have a blast digging them deep into them. So yeah. Now for the first question here that I have up on my screen. What are your thoughts? Do you believe sleep is essential? Drop it in the comments. Sleep, sleep, sleep. And I woke up with this morning feeling more energetic. But then last week was quite fun. Last week was quite fun. You know, I say so myself. So, with regards to that, sleep, to me, sleep is important. Sleep, I think, in, under the three formulas that were established here on this channel, called the red principle much earlier, like a while ago. The red principle, RED. So red stands for rest or recovery. E stands for exercise, and D stands for diet. So sleep falls under that recovery. You get now recovery is not only sleep. You get me? Because recovery also relates with doing doing things that help you rejuvenate your muscles, your joints, and all that when you're done, either before or after, before, during, or after an exercise. But for the most part, at least for most, before and after an exercise session. So that's one thing you need to know about recovery and how important it is. We hit 3K. I told you guys this is becoming too easy. So let's continue. Sleep. Very essential actually. It determines so much. Now, people, before I say that, sleep is a way of shutting down temporarily your body. You know, I say shutting down because, and I used in quotes or the fingers of it. That your body never truly shuts down. I think the only time it shuts down is when you're dead. And even at that, probably it takes maybe a day before it fully shuts down. I guess I have to confirm the science behind that. So that's the general idea of it. So for during sleep, the the parts that need to shut down. Then it now allows the other parts to take full control and do what they need to do. But the other part, I mean, the parts relating with building back up return muscles from exercises, the parts relating with stabilizing your mind, your brain, and all that. Now I'm trying to put this in the plainest sense as much as possible. For now, much later in the channel, we're going to probably more technical aspects, just explaining it. But you know how I do it here. I break it down in the easiest manner possible. Because my philosophy behind all this is not just giving you knowledge, but giving you knowledge that you can apply without posing over what the next step is. So if that resonates with you, you want to, you definitely want to stick to stamina and we'll go places. So yeah, sleep is very essential. And many people underrate it. And I've been part of those many people that underrated it. That's the funny thing. I was like, you know, this music say, oh, I'll sleep when I die. Or this one will say, oh, no sleep for the weekend. Or this will say, sleep doesn't pay the bills. And all those kind of things. And that's quite fun. But when I started delving deep into self-development, like, I mean, going deep into it, I got to find out that, oh, the great, they actually prioritize their recovery because that's one of the secrets that make them great. And from there, I'm getting into the benefits of sleep. Well, one thing is sleep helps you clear your body in terms of stress. So there's a way the stress, there's a way it dissipates stress out of your body, where once you wake up, you actually feel refreshed and more energy to go on. Now, some people might say, "Oh, I don't feel like this." And the way you just explained, when I wake up, oh, this is this, this is this. And I totally get you. Yeah. And one thing I'll say is, if you don't feel, if you don't feel the way I just explained, which is just one part of it, that means you're probably sleeping wrongly. And that's point. So I think shortly we'll get to how to sleep correctly or rightly here. So, but to continue on, I would say sleep gives you better performance the next day. Now, there's a quote which I not not really a quote per se, but there's a statement by, I think it was Ty Lopez, which I referenced in one of my previous videos about sleep. The video which I referenced, a statement which he made a post about, and I referenced. And it basically said people are so used to not sleeping that get they perform, and then so they are hooked on that performance that, oh, I didn't sleep and I got this food. But then they don't know they are missing out on potential performance that, that can be 10 times what they actually did. But since they are continuing on over time, their performance starts degrading. But they don't notice it because to them they are now at an all-time high and basically struggling to do it. You get when suffering is we glorified. Now there are times that they're surely suffering, but there are places where suffering is not glorified. Actually, where it actually does you more harm than good. It degrades your brain performance over time. And let me even say what even in that present moment that you are running on just vibes and inshallah money. Yeah. You are running on just how they say it sometimes. Vibes and inshallah. So it's quite funny. I think we just clocked 4 kilometers. Guys are getting there. Progress. So it's quite funny when I get to here. So while still talking on it, your performance degrades. But you think, oh, I'm at an all-time high. And then this happens, I'm going well. Probably some will add coffee to it, giving themselves more boost and all those kind of stuff. And you're like, oh, I'm going energy drink. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Now, there are times where you sleep late. Mind you, might. But then, what I'm saying is, I don't make it a habit. One is, don't make it a habit. I was telling you, if you make it a habit, it's gonna really damage you, and you don't get to see your potential. But the thing I like about this is that it can actually be recovered. Yeah, there's always a solution. Always. Continue on the essential nature of sleep. You know, sleep basically boosts your workout performance like so much, and it's so underrated. But yeah, it does because it gives your body more time to repair broken down muscles, worn out tissues, and all that. And then once you wake up and stuff like that, you start getting yourself back. As some will say, you become whole. So sleep is very essential. Then now I mentioned yeah, that the reasons why sleep is essential, and there are many more actually. But let me just stick with these three. Next, I'm now going to list the three. Say the first one, just type in the chat. Morning. So the first one is sleep helps with your performance, your brain performance. Second is sleep helps to build up your worn out muscles and all that. Then the third one, what's the third one? God, I forgot. Anyhow, moving on. Moving on. Uh, moving on. The next thing I'm saying is how do you sleep well? So this now leads me to a concept I will say that before thinking how do you sleep well, the first thing that comes to mind or that should come to mind is before you even think of how you sleep, how do you track your sleep? So I said that might be the first step to sleeping well, tracking your sleep. So number one, track your sleep. No, it's not number one. It's just like a section before there. So when you say track your sleep, I really mean it. And the way you can track your sleep is through uh, smartwatches and Oura rings, smart devices basically. So over time, technology has helped us. Funny. Technology has helped us to devise means. By us, I mean we humans. And what is entering other animals too. So technology has helped us to devise other means which we could use to actually keep ourselves fit, to help ourselves stay in shape, to track our performance in things that we can't really see. So, and some of these things are smart devices. Okay. Now, I don't mean your smartphone stuff. I'm referring to smartwatches. Smartwatches. So, smartwatches are not smart devices. Hold on. Yeah. So, some now come in terms of rings. And my mind is telling me some probably come in bands too. So, yeah, armband, leg bands, and all those kind of stuff. So, there are so many, and there'll probably be others I don't know of yet. But my advice is you get a smart device. It's where all this health tracker money. So smart devices help you to track things you can only think of. Let me put it that way. Because one thing is, and they say this put with diet, but also bring it to exercise. People overestimate tend to overestimate the actual fat, the actual stats rather. But people tend to overestimate the actual stats and they tend to underestimate their progress. So it's a two-way thing. But if you can objectively say this, instead of just getting, oh, this is what I did, you can actually say out that this is what I did. It makes so much more difference on it in the performance. Trust me, because you fit 5K, guys, halfway there. I told you shit is coming too easy. So then, if you actually uh, start down your stats, you can know objectively that, oh, this is why I'm not getting the results I'm getting. Because one thing I say is fitness is as simple as 1 plus 1. We tend to overcomplicate it. Or not we tend to overcomplicate it. And that's why many have issues hitting their goals, their dream bodies, and all that. By estimating or estimating the things that they actually have to do, they now hand over power, or they say, oh, it's not me, it's hard, or so many other things that get to hear. Yeah, oh, this is how my family is. Mm, uh, all those kind of silly, funny stuff. But then I hear it a lot. And starting out in fitness or in coaching, I used to be like, when people tell me that, I just look at them and I can basically pick out their lifestyle for them. And before I used to be judgmental, but yeah, I'll put it that way if you like. But as I got more into coaching people, I found out that they genuinely don't know because of the half truths they've been shared all their life. And I'll say things that basically just give them the little part of the truth and mask it all up with promotions for a particular product, whether supplements, whether fat burner, whether clothes that will help them get in shape, all those kind of things. And it's quite funny, it makes me laugh actually. But then I got to have compassion over them that, oh, they're actually innocently doing this on their end. They innocently think this. So it's not entirely their fault entirely because they don't have they don't know. And now I say it's ignorance. And the truth I like about the way I've been able to develop my mind now towards coaching is that the problem is not ignorance. You get it. But ignorance, if you're ignorant, it's fine. But when you finally know what to do, which is like you watch this video, you're on this live, you read our fitness articles, all that sort. You open on my fitness program on my bio. When you actually know what to do, and then you don't do them, you complain. Yeah, that's when I blame you. But even at that chat, I understand how to go about it. But one thing I know is, or one thing I'll tell you is the signs that will become clear. Well done. So the signs become pretty clear that, ah, you say you're working out so hard, you're putting in your best effort, but you're not seeing the results. And I'll be like, this is what you're doing that's making you not see the results. And then we all just laugh. And I say, nice. So you see, well, at the end of the day, these are activities you do. If you're ignorant, that's fine. But from now, I know that you're on this channel, and that's well done. As I try to break it down, no, not try. As I break it down, the simple concept so that you get to actually apply it. Because I don't believe in just giving you the complexities and all. That might tailor to some audiences. Yeah. But then I want you to know that it's actually simpler than you think. Because I went through that whole loop. So me, I can say that this way I've been broken down, this way I broke it down. If you just start doing them, your results will be very soon. And that's one thing. If you watch my latest video on the channel last week, yeah, I didn't post up this week, but then you see that video live too. Well, if it was the last video we dropped on the channel, you see that there. What do we talk about? God, it skipped my mind. Just a minute. Okay, yes. how I got fat lately, even as a fitness coach and all that. And you don't know the funny part of all this, which I'm telling you. When I look back at my lifestyle, I know this is why I became fat. There was something I heard in a program yesterday. You can't squeeze lemon, lemon juice out of an orange. It won't come out. So if you want to be fit, you have to do fit things. If you want to be fat, you have to do fat things. So you can't be fat by doing fit things. And that's clear. So if I want you to genuinely reflect on yourself now, everything, I don't need you to lie to yourself, because the fun thing about all this is that you are the only one who can tell yourself the truth. So if you are lying to yourself, that's really serious, because trust me, it's gonna affect you, because you're not accepting your current state of information, and therefore you're not gonna progress. Like, it's very simple. It's not two ways. I'm not sugarcoating this. You're not going to progress. You can't just say you want to do very minimum and just go like that. Nah, it doesn't work like that. You have to actually commit. And the fun things are, this commitment is not hard. It's not that we are so tuned to running away from hardness, even if we end up glorifying suffering. But we're not running away from what looks hard, but actually isn't. I don't know if you started anything, and then over time in doing that, you're not like, why didn't I start this all along? And that's the way it is. Oh God, guys, I'm really battling with my ankle. But regardless, we move. We're gonna hit this. Clear. We're gonna hit our 10K. I now I'm positioning my leg so that, yeah. So as I was saying, we hit 6K. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the conversation. So one way to know you're making progress is by having undeniable facts and stats to see that, oh, this is the reason. So now the reason why I said this is because there are times when you do these things, you do what you are supposed to do, you do what you are supposed to do, and at the end of the day, you still find out that you are not hitting your goals. That's where a fitness coach and consultant like me now comes up. You bring your stats, and then we get to see that, oh, there's actually something here, because there's always a reason why you're not hitting it. And you can continue to claim that, oh, you're doing everything necessary, or you are sure of what you're doing, or this, or you start giving names to yourself that, oh, maybe this is just all I can do, the best I can get, and you stay stuck there. But then a smart person will come to an expert that does this and say, this, I'm doing this on my own, hold on, or I've been watching your videos, reading your stuff, reading your books. By the way, my book will soon be out. Reading your books, because I'm a writer. Reading, and then I've still not hit my goals, but so far this is what I've been able to do. These are my stats. So the coach slash consultant like me, we go through your entire system. I have a program like that. Just go to my bio, you see it there, pay staff, you see the program there. You see the program where we go through your whole system and we actually see what's wrong with it and we work on it. And that program is for both people that have a working system already or people that basically are new to it. So we're basically drafting everything for you. Yeah, tailored to your level currently. So that's one thing I'll say. So moving on, I'll now go to other thing. The way to track. Now, how do you track smart devices like this one I'm using that I used to update you every kilometer, which I'll also update you again. That's a smartwatch. For those that don't know, there's also a smart ring. I'm yet to get that. Smart ring. I think the only brand I know that does a smart ring now is Oura, O-U-R-E. So they're even known for it like that brand. What you just mentioned, smart ring, they're the ones that come to mind. Oura rings. So you can check them out. Should be a couple bucks. It's $100 or $200. I've forgotten. But the benefits it gives you are unmatched. Trust me when I say that. This 7 kilometers, guys. 7 kilometers. So, if you want good benefits from your fitness, you gotta start tracking today. Those watches or rings, those smart devices can be linked up to your phone, to your mobile devices, so that you get to actually track your stats. So you can see what you're doing, whether you're actually doing the right thing or not. So you get to see all that very plain and clear. It will show you, oh, these are actually the steps you've gotten. Before I continue, let me talk about another device that helps you track stuff. Your phones. Your phones have also built for that, especially modern phones, but even old phones. If you think your phone is not built for that, download Google Fit on your phone. Google Fit. Then give it all the required permissions and what you do it work. So what it does is it tracks your steps, most important. Yeah. It tracks the other things you could track, but for me the most accurate is your steps. And you can only track it when you're with the phone. But there might be times when you're not with the phone, or in many situations like that, me I've had personally. That's why I have to go for the smartwatch to start with. I used to just use my phone before. I was only tracking my steps. But then, as I got to go more and more into this, I got to see that there are things that are necessary to get. If I claim I want to get to where I claim I want to get to, did you get that kind of thing? So, you can't get big results by doing the same wrong things that I've been doing all the time. Trust me. It doesn't work. If you want to get results, you gotta do the work. And there's no two ways about it. It's the work that guarantees you those results. It's the work that guarantees you those results. So, it's something you should work on. Yeah. So then, that tracker, back to the tracker. So since I said that phones could not adequately track, even though the steps, they could not track it all the time, because I'm not always with my phone. Like, I'm not always with my phone, which is a practice I think everyone should try out, because I see so many people glued to their phones lately. Even in basic situations, everyone has carried their phone. No one can sit in silence. But yeah, that's the topic for another day. But focusing on what we're talking about today, your phone, like your phone will not track all that's necessary to track. And that's where these smart devices come in. So with these smart devices, you get to actually go into detail. Now things that it tracks can track your steps, it tracks your sleep, which is what we're getting into. It also track your BP, your blood oxygen and all that. Though there on the application they say it's you still need to show the results to your health, your doctor or your health personnel for further info. I know to an extent it gets down the steps and the sleep very well. I've had good results from the Oura Ring too, so they're great ones. So you can definitely check that out. I'll soon be going for it. Soon enough. Maybe I'll propose to my wife with an Oura Ring. I'll be like, this will help you. That's by the way. So you can basically have that, and then you get to actually see what is going on in your body and what's going on in your fitness. I don't know if I clocked 7K. Yeah. Well, currently on 7.76. I just hope I announce it when we get it. But then moving on, I feel quite slower today. We'll only find out after. But then, I think for the ankle stuff, so I'm just using technique to run because we have to get it running. Yeah. So moving on, I'll say, oh, I've improved. Before I would say so a million times. Now I've improved in it. Morning. Hold on. Yeah. My ankles are really smiling. But yeah, we'll be fine. We have 2 kilometers to go. It'll be over 2. So guys, let's continue. So by the time you have those things, you can objectively track that this is what is actually going on with my sleep. Now, these are the results I'm actually hitting. Oh, I'm seeing myself, I'm sleeping 4 hours, sleeping 5 hours, sleeping 10 hours, whatever it may be. And then, one thing I love from the smartwatch I've used, if it's something you like to get, you can check it out. Oraimo website, check out their website. It's a good smartwatch. Probably someday I'll do a review on them. But yeah, if you are seeing this, just type in the comment section, tag Oraimo, so that morning, yeah. Type Oraimo so that they can sponsor this channel to spread its gospel. But yeah, so then the Oraimo smartwatch works out. So if you need a cheaper option, they have different range of prices for their watches. So then you can pick any and see the beauty, see what it actually does, see the game-changing stuff it brings to your fitness game. And trust me, you'll be amazed. Yeah, while talking, we clocked 8K. Guys, as I said, this is becoming too easy, yo. God, my ankles. We'll be fine. We're gonna go home. I should get a good ankle massage. Yeah. I use it at Boniki or this other one. But I've forgotten the other one. I left it at the office. So I can't really use that now. really feels frustrating that I'm only so sleep. But yeah, days like that. The idea is keep moving. As I guess said last week, if you cannot run, jog. If you cannot jog, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. Yeah. But that way, we still get the workout in. Ooh, that was nice. I like the sound that car makes. So yeah, now that I've talked on sleep, next thing we talk on, you still sleep. Now I've talked on the smartwatch. Now let me go a bit more into sleep. Using a smartwatch, and specifically, I don't know about others, just Oraimo I've used for now. Using Oraimo smartwatch is something it does in its sleep calculation. You get to see the breakdown. You see light sleep, you see deep sleep, and you see sober. I think one of these days, I'll start a test on my conditions before sleeping and the stats that pop up as a result of those conditions, so that we get to see it. Because one thing I love doing is before experimenting on myself. I mean, that's how I built up myself fitness wise. So if I see something that people say work, like fitness influencers, and so if they say, oh, this thing works, my response is time to test it out. And then I'll test it out on my body, and then all done. Yeah, money. Well, you know, if it gets results, and then add it to my programs, or I teach it to my clients, and so on and so forth. And then you get to see the beauty unraveled. Not gonna lie, every single time. You get to see the beauty unraveled. And it's so funny actually. But yeah, that's the stuff. That's it. That's the stuff I've seen. Gentlemen, moments. They go more. Okay. Almost there, guys. Almost home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Because today I'm just aiming for 10. So hopefully we'll get home by then. Yeah, like I really do hope we're home by then. Now I might not be pushing into it. Well, regardless, we are here on this channel. Oh, yeah. See how this topic of sleeper taking us back. It was really an interesting topic, yeah. And I feel it's one thing that's hindering a lot of people's progress. So yeah, and I think another thing is sleep could also be the reason why you are still fat, or your body still holding its own fat. So That might be it too much. Time when I slept, but I felt so much lighter. So much lighter, yeah. So it's something I've not tested fully. But I know from the few times I felt lighter when I woke up. I slept well. Yeah. So there's quantity of sleep and there's also quality. Now that I've said that, many people might be in their minds that I knew it. I will not be sleeping long, but you see, when I sleep good. And then I'll get to say that in this case, quality of sleep, the quantity also adds to the quality. Now, remember this segmentation I talked about, the remote tracks. It says light sleep, deep sleep, and sober. So, I think you want to aim more for getting that deep sleeping. You want that deep sleep to be more in. Or I'm going to research on this stuff better and give you better overview on it. Do you get it? So deep sleep is what you are aiming for in terms of concept. Yeah. And now there's something I said I'll talk about. Probably we'll have that to end our run. But it might be long, it might be short. Who knows? Ways now I'll combine this into two. So ways that things that you're doing that is damaging your sleep, and also ways that you can better your sleep. So I'll just hit the two like that. So for damaging your sleep, things you could do could revolve around you are not eating before you sleep. Eating before you sleep. And one thing is, I'm a victim of it too. That's why I can tell you this, because I also track the time. I monitored it, the time that I didn't eat at night and I slept. I thought I ate at night and I slept. Now if you watch my video on late night eating, you see that the issue is not really the eating in itself. Eating is just a tool. So a tool does not determine its usage. It's you, the user, that determines its usage. That's one thing I need you to understand. Yeah. A tool is just a tool. It only does what it can do, which is when you choose to wield it, it wields. So at the end of the day, there are things you can do that will basically strengthen or damage your using of the tool. And for sleep, one of the things I would say is that late night eating. And the problem with late night eating is when you just eat and lie down on your bed, or you are eating while on your bed, or you eat, then you wait for 5 minutes before lying down on your bed. Now that, I'd say, you are setting up yourself for massive failure. Massive failure, I must tell you. Jeez. God. You know what I'm saying? I have to dodge some vehicles. You're setting up yourself for massive failure. Because you're not giving your body enough time to digest the food. I remember I said, starting out this life, when I started out on the sleep topic, I said that your body shuts down, almost shuts down completely during sleep. But then, eating in that time and not doing anything, which I'll get to it shortly. Eating within that time brings up your body's system to move to work. So save your body now to be in a relaxed state. By your body, I mean internal ecosystem. Save it to be in a relaxed state. Because you triggered it in this manner, it has to come alive literally and start working on processing that food. So the time that it's meant to be recovering itself, it's using it to break down that food. And even if you claim you are asleep, or even if you are asleep, you don't get the full benefit because your body is still on that. So that's why if you are tracking on the watch, you might see more light sleep on that time. I also have noticed it. That's why I can see this. These days, my light sleep was higher. Even days I seemed like I slept long, I still got little benefits because I allowed my body to be active when it should have been resting. Yeah. So, next thing is just a minute. We're almost at 10K. Okay. I think we're almost home, so we'll just hit it out. We should get to 11K today. Yeah, this is what I was saying. When my body's telling me no, but my mind is telling me yes. Yeah. So back to what I was saying. So the time your body is supposed to use to be recovering, recuperating and all that. Let me use one more word because I can rejuvenating. It's using that time to work on that food withdrawal. And that becomes a problem. So now, if you need more info on that late night snacking, watch my video of it. Just check, you see it. Hold on. Yeah. You see me on the street with a table laid before me in the presence of my enemies. Wow. But yeah, that was a banger thumbnail, I know. My designer did a good one there. Not a good one, great one there. So yeah, moving on. We would see that for the next factor I'll say is your digital devices. Now we get so used to our devices, from our phones to our laptops and all that. So guys, we're at 10K. We've done it again, guys. So now time to go on to the so our digital devices, from phones to laptops to iPads and all that. Using it in the night before sleeping, it's another big one. Because remember I said your body shuts down. I think that's the central idea, even with most of these things I'm going to say. That's the central idea behind it. So your body shuts down. But the fact that you're using your mobile devices, it has a way of activating your neurons in your brain. I think giving it a sense of dopamine. So for it to now calm down, that's when you use social media and stuff. Then the other one is the light. So now we're supposed to have bright light. I'm sure some of us probably in a dark room with our phones in the night. Your eyes are now adjusted. So by the time you turn it off, your phone, and you keep your phone, you find out that your body is not adjusting immediately to it. Your body will now be moving slowly. So that I'm trying to pick up the pace a bit since this ground is flat. So your body is just trying to now bring itself back to its normal rhythm. And at the end of the day, most of the time I think is gone. So instead of your body trying to build itself back, it's recovering itself from the damage you gave it before sleeping. And then before you know it, you have woken up in the morning some through the alarm, some through whatever. And then in your mind, you have slept. Let's say you slept 8 hours. In your mind, you've actually slept 8 hours, and oh, you are good to go. But then you might see yourself not in your best state in the daytime. And you not be wondering that I tracked my sleep. I did that. My sleep is 8 hours. That's where a pro, a coach, a consultant, fitness will now look into your system and tell you that this is what you're doing. And that's why you still felt that way, despite hitting your goals, your start goals. Yeah. So things like that. That's a nice important factor. So one more thing I'll get to see. My ankles, guys. Guys, ensure you warm up properly before you go on any exercise. Ensure it's non-negotiable. So, back to what I was saying. Here my legs. I just messing me a bit. So, let me just end it there. So I basically say that, and there are more, but I'll do a video going deep into it. But for now, I need you to learn that you should allow your body to do what it needs to do. So set yourself up for success today. That's something I say a lot on this channel. And growing up, I heard people saying, oh, this thing you're doing is setting yourself up for failure. This thing you're doing is setting yourself up for failure. Oh, this and the ramble goes on. But then, growing up and learning things myself and going on, and after that, we are so trained that way. So that's the only thing we focus on. But then, the question I hardly see people asking, or statement I hardly see people making is, for the question part, how do you set yourself up for failure and for success? Or let me put you another question. How do you not set yourself up for failure? Yeah. The next is a statement is, I need to set myself up for success. Or I should set myself up for success. Or I want to set myself up for success. But the question gives that more impact. So then the first one, how do I set myself up for success? And second one, how do I not set myself up for failure? So I'll say they are one and the same to me. Oh, we've reached 11k. Wow. I didn't think we was that far. So yeah guys, I'll say my average, running run average is 12 meters. Yeah, let's go on. Or we can say 11, who knows? Then moving on, I'll say that you can set yourself up for success. You can do that. And it's quite easy. It's quite easy. So, more on this channel, you see things around that. So don't be too focused on people saying you're setting yourself up for failure on that. But actually break down. And the first thing you need to realize, and one thing is, it's related to every area of life. Because as Myron will put it, principles are microcosms of themselves. That's, if a principle works in this area, it surely work in another area. If the principle works in your food, it will work with your exercise, it will work with your sleep, and all that sort. There's always a way to apply the principle. But we are so focused on the average, just doing what everyone is doing, and we tend to neglect our own path. So yeah, that's just a quick one. So there are things you can do that basically primes you up for success. And that's what, if you're on this channel, you're already apart. You're already setting yourself up for success. Because I tend to break it down so that you can apply easily. And as I said in my recent video on how I became fat and how I'm changing it back, and I didn't conclude on that, Yeah, now on the live when I mentioned it earlier. So the idea behind it is that I decided that instead of just getting fit like that, let me use the principles I teach here and show you that you can actually get fit. So for those that want to join the journey, click the link on my bio, the one Lose It Does Fit. You see the weight loss program. I think that's the tag. Click on it. It's a 3-month program where we take you through what we do to lose weight. And the funny part is, that's one of my, you know, these memes where you see where a guy from a cartoon, where a guy is surrounded by many swords to his neck. You know, be like, when people are posting that meme, they'll be like, what opinion can get in this pit? And for me, the answer became simple and very clear. Let's say the answer became simply clear. But one thing that can get me in that state is basically saying that you can lose weight, you can be fit without exercising or going to the gym. So yeah, it's quite funny, but I love that. Yeah, one thing I've gotten to believe over time is if I want to become like everyone, then I'm not planning to be something. Now everyone has their path. For me, my path requires me not to do what everyone is doing because I don't want to become like everyone. So if you're on this channel and that resonates with you, drop a subscribe. I'll take you through the journey. Like basically we're doing the journey together. We're going the journey together. That's a fact. You can also share to your friends. Share the link to your friends. Link to the next live. And if you want to get any other information, like our previous live, we've talked a lot of stuff. I think I'll get someone to be clipping the lives we've had, the live sessions we've had. But there's so much truth and source that are dropped in them during these runs that can change someone's fitness game by a whole lot. So I have someone clip them up and also post them as YouTube shorts. So be sure to view them just so I can make it easier for you after the live to just go through things that will actually help you and change your fitness game forever. I dare say. Because now I approach fitness differently. I call it lifestyle maxing. Lifestyle maxing. So what I'm learning from lately, probably you might know him. His catchphrase is motion maxing. The act of moving on that goal that you said you want to. And mine to lifestyle max because I know many people they don't really have food issues like that, or the issues they claim they have. As I said in one of the lives, those are just the symptoms. Those are the smoke that exhumes from the flames and all that. But what really matters, what you should focus on is the flame itself, which we call it lifestyle max. Basically setting up yourself for success. So yeah, we're almost home, guys. We're almost home, and this is almost 12 kilometers. Maybe we'll hit it on the dot. Who knows? Who knows? Stay tuned to find out. So drop a like if you are here up to now. Drop a like on the live. Comment what you learned so far, something you'd like to try out. If you also went on the run, how you feel, if you did an exercise during this time and all that sort. And we'll be here again the next week. We're here every Saturday. Okay, we'll be here again next week by 6:30 a.m. UTC +1 or some might call West African time. And then we go live for the award-winning 10K So yeah, guys, if this is something you'd like to see more, because I'm really considering lately of stopping the live this particular session to go and do another session about where I go deeply into talking about this fitness stuff. So if it's something you'd like to know, just let me know. At home, just let me know and we'll get into it. So on working well, 12.16. So I end it. So you can see. Anyhow, that'll be it, guys. So see you next time. Yeah, pull up your group, man.